It's a matter of opinion if I'm right, but I'm leaving no for now to go outside, putting chores and obligations on top high.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Matter of Opinion, and today we got a spicy topic for everybody. I'm your boy Walls P.
And it's your girl, that educated lady.
Yeah, and like I said, man, today we got a very, very interesting topic. Might ruffle a little feathers, but Miss Educated Lady, would you like to break everybody in on the topic that we're going to be covering today?
Absolutely. So, I wanted to talk about the white history teacher who was suspended from a school in Chicago, which coincidentally is the school that Michelle Obama graduated from.
Mhm.
So, do you want to pull up that video?
Yeah, I definitely will cue it up right now for everybody.
Whitney Young high school teacher hung a black doll by the neck in a classroom. The image widely shared on social media and circulated by students. A teacher hung a small stuffed African American football doll by a pulled on string from a projector screen in their classroom. The teacher indicated he found the doll in his room and wanted the students to see if someone would claim it. When another teacher confronted that teacher about the hanging doll, the two got into a fight.
So, how do you feel about this?
Okay, see, I'm kind of mixed on it because the simple fact, okay, he should have known better, yes, because he's a history teacher and hanging up a black doll, in a classroom like that, you're gonna get some pushback, especially not in today's time with everybody being woke and everything like that. And it could be
Absolutely.
definitely viewed as being racist. Now, on
Absolutely.
the other hand, I'm thinking to myself, how else would he have, like, if he was gonna hang up the doll for somebody to see it, how else would he hang it? Like by the legs or by the torso. You get what I'm saying? So, because like, what if he hung it up not by the neck, but it just happened to move and started dangling by the neck, so to speak. So I'm kind of torn on it, but I
Mhm.
do see how people could be offended by it. That 100%. And another thing too, I gotta see, like, because they said on social media, the video of the teacher confronting them is swirling on social media. I
Yeah.
looked to see if I could find it. I couldn't find it, so I would love to hear what the conversation was before I can make an exact decision on my full take on it. But as of right now, without that information, I'm kind of mixed between it because at the end of the day, like, I don't know how else could you have hung a doll up. Maybe he could have put it on the table or something, but my thing is, even if it's on a table, you might forget. But if it's, hanging up or whatever, if it is for a student who lost it, they would see it immediately and hey, that's my doll. So I'm kind of torn.
Yeah, I'm a little torn too because I think I need a little bit more context with this.
Hmm.
Like, first of all, why did he have to hang the doll up? Like, that was the
Yeah.
first thing that came to mind. Then on top of that, it because of the fact that it was a black a black
Hmm.
football player, and then he hung it up. It's like, okay, what do you think people were going to assume this was?
Hmm.
Maybe if the doll was a different color, maybe people wouldn't have thought anything of it, or maybe they still would have addressed it, but it wouldn't have caused as much controversy where people wanted him to, like, no longer have his teaching degree and all these
Hmm.
other things. And then thirdly, it makes me wonder, was the intent, malicious? Like, was it racist? Because when the black teacher confronted, the white
Hmm.
professor,
Hmm.
the white teacher, they got into a heated exchange. So my thing is, if it was innocent and you really didn't mean any harm, why couldn't it have been oh, okay, no, I just did it for this reason, I apologize, I didn't mean to offend you, and then that could have been the end of it. So the fact that it, got into a heated exchange, it just makes me wonder, like, okay, was he trying to do this for a reason? Was he trying to offend someone? Like,
Hmm.
you can't be that tone deaf, especially in today's society, to think that you're gonna hang a black doll up and you wouldn't get any type of reaction like this.
Here's the thing, though. Depending on how that black teacher approached him, though, could have made him go into straight defensive mode. You get what I'm saying? Because let's just say that's why I want to get it, see a hold of that footage. Because if that black teacher came up to him and was like, "Hey, that's offensive, you hanging that up," approached them cordially, then I can see. But if it was just straight anger, that can kind of make a person go into defensive mode. You like, what do you think about that?
I mean, that's true, but again, you can't be that tone deaf. Like, it's one thing if, we had an issue because I took a parking spot that you were about to get. Okay, you come at me crazy. All right, cool. We're going to have a heated exchange, whatever. But if it's something pertaining to race, if it's something, that's specifically for your ethnicity, like it's just certain things, like I said, when it comes to race, or even if it was about gender, it's like you can't pussyfoot around this. Like it is what it is. Like you have to be a little bit understanding of the fact that, okay, I just offended somebody, or at least try to de-escalate the situation. Something. To me, I just feel like with race, politics, religion, like it's just certain topics where they're like so sensitive, you have to handle it with kid gloves. So you can't possibly think that the person is just gonna approach you like, "Hey, Tommy, I saw you put that noose up around that doll. Can we
No.
go to Starbucks and,
I,
and talk about
I
it?"
get it 100%, but I know me though. Like if somebody come at me the wrong way, reasoning kind of goes out the window. Look, we just saw, what was it, this past week? Reason went out the window with an actor,
Yes,
with a
yes,
celebrity. So,
that's true.
so at times reality can slip past somebody's mind when they feel like they're being attacked. I'm not giving them a pass or anything, but I'm just saying in that situation, reality could have went on out the door depending on the approach. Because what if we listen to it, the video, and he say something to him and curse at him before actually addressing, like he just say expletive, expletive, expletive. Why are you hanging this up? Does that kind of change the dynamic of the conversation now, where it's like, hold up, who are you talking to? And it kind of go in left field. So that's why I'm like, I really want to see if I could get a hold of the what was said or whatever the case may be, just to get like paint a more clearer picture of what went down. Now, I will say this: shame on him though, because he is a history teacher. So, as a
Absolutely.
history teacher, and you're in a predominantly black school, that's a bad optic, dude. Like that's a
It
serious
is.
bad optic, and
It
you're
really
looking for trouble, especially the way now these kids, they be acting up in school. Unfortunately, if that was me, I was that teacher, I wouldn't have dared even had the thought of doing something like that, because if somebody could walk in the room on a bad day and it's a big misunderstanding, not condoning violence, but I'm just saying certain things can make people take it to that level.
Absolutely. And then my other thing is too, like out of all the things, like again, I just need a little context in this whole
Mhm.
thing with this doll and hanging it up by the cord, because I just don't understand. Like, you mean to tell me this was the only way that you could have presented it? Like what was your
Yeah.
thought process?
The only thing I could think of is if he would have put it in his desk, on the desk or something, maybe it won't stand out or he'll forget about it. I don't know. Look, I could be reaching here, but that's the only other reason why I could think about it. I mean, if anything, he could have just, when a student walked in, hey, is this your doll? Hey, is this your doll? Hey,
Exactly,
is this your doll?
exactly. And like you mentioned, because of the fact that he's a history professor, like
Mhm.
him out of all people, he should understand what that noose represents. Let
Okay.
alone,
No,
yeah.
go on, go on, go on, go on.
Oh no, I was gonna say, let alone, hanging up this black doll in your classroom. And like you said, it's predominantly black students. Again,
Hmm.
you can't be that tone deaf. You had to have known you were gonna receive some type of backlash. To be honest with you, I'm surprised it wasn't with the student. Now, if you said that a student confronted him and okay, an argument ensued, okay, I probably
Hmm.
would have been like, yeah, I agree with you, because
Hmm.
it's a student. They probably
Hmm.
weren't thinking, I don't have
Yeah,
nothing to lose. But another teacher, it's like, I don't know. Like you said, I need to see that footage.
exactly. So here's my question: with the information that we know now, like
Yeah.
as of right now, would you think his actions warrant him getting fired?
I definitely think that he should be suspended until further investigation, like they do everything,
Hmm. Hmm.
until further investigation. And in the event other things come up, if students come up and say, hey, well, he made me feel uncomfortable and he did this, this, or that, or if other teachers come forward and say, well, this isn't the first time he did,
Hmm.
like if there are other things after they find, after they do their investigation, okay, cool, let him go. But if this literally was the only incident, I do feel as though he should receive some type of disciplinary action, but I don't think he should lose his teaching degree.
I agree with you 100%. If there's his first, blip, if there's his first discretion, I chuck it up to a blip on the radar, or maybe a brain fart or something like that. So yeah, I don't think he should lose his job. Definitely a suspension without pay, something like that, just to make him pretty much, just to, what's the word? Make a statement that
Absolutely.
we can't allow this. But losing his career, like I said, if this is his first time, I don't think it warrants that. But
I
that's
agree with
just
you.
my opinion. So we agree to agree on that matter. So yeah, we're gonna keep our eyes on this and see if there's more information that comes out of this news. But yeah, as of right now, man, I don't think he should lose his job given the information that is presented now. You
Absolutely.
know?
And like you said, if other information comes forward, okay, fine. Maybe we could do a follow-up video
Yep.
and let people know, like, okay, this is what happened since then, and maybe our opinions have or haven't changed. But
Hmm.
until then, it definitely seems like, and you know, the other thing I thought about,
Yeah,
because of the fact that Michelle Obama graduated from there, I wonder if they're trying to keep it hush hush.
that's a good point. That's a good
Because you
point.
really don't hear anything, and she didn't even come forward. So I mean, it's, I don't know, if it was my alma mater or something like that, something happened, I would have at least did something to bring awareness, or
Hmm.
something. I
I,
don't
I
know.
can tell you this: that investigation is going to be under a microscope
Oh,
since
of
it
course,
is her
of
school.
course,
So
of course.
that's something that we're
Absolutely.
gonna definitely like. All the details will come to surface. Well,
Absolutely, I agree with you.
those who are watching, let us know what you think in the comment section. Do you think that this teacher should be fired? Do you think his actions were innocent? Do you think that nothing should happen to him? Let us know what you think in the comment section because we would love to hear your take on this
Yes,
matter.
definitely.
Yes, yes. If it's your first time here, please consider hitting that subscribe button and click that notification bell. And if you like the video, share it amongst all your social media platforms. And if you want to join us on our Facebook group, our Discord, where you could definitely speak to Educated Lady and see what kind of videos you want us to cover. And we also got our locals. All the links for those platforms are in the description. So definitely check them out. That's going to do it for this episode of Matter of Opinion. I'm your boy, Walls P.
And it's your girl, that educated lady.
And we will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
Peace.
It's a matter of opinion.